So let's talk about the difference between the common cause of variation and the specific cause of variation. And for today, we're going to use the example we made the last video about the harvest of apples. So this image is at apple tree to be the reference for our experiment. So we have some data in this spreadsheet that is about the 20 apples were used from this, and some description we need to use to know how about the tree, and some data about the some apples that we collect for each tree. So we use 5 apples per tree to check the size and make our experiment. So our calculations are made by hand, so pay attention to this. To know how about the process is going well, we need to calculate the X bar chart and R bar chart, and to do that we need some calculation. First of all, we need to calculate the mean of the samples for each tree. So we see here color by green, we made this, and we need the mean of the means, that is 6.98, as the same as the range, that is the difference between the maximum size for the sample for each tree minus the minimum size for each sample again. And we need again to calculate the mean of the range. As we know, we are doing this by hand, so we need to extract the values from a table. Considering we are having 5 samples, 5 subgroup size, we need to extract the values from here. So we need, for example, A2 is around 0.58, and so on. We need to extract these constants according to the subgroup size we use. And after that, we calculate some control limits according to these formulas we see here. And well, I doing this by you. And finally, we are going to do some iteration to plot the X bar chart and R bar chart we are see here. So we see the X bar chart and the R chart, that we see the if the process is stable, is consistent. So the idea is the blue line, that is the process, is going into the control limits. So the red line is the upper control limits, and the yellow line is the lower control limits in both the X bar chart and the R chart. So we see in the range chart, the graphic that measures the range, all of these samples we extract for each tree is into the control limit. So this is well, but there is no there is no value. The process is not going stable in the X bar chart. So we see in the tree number 3, we see that the mean is beyond the lower control limit, so it's down. But we looking at the samples, we see that the size of some samples of the tree number 3 is 3 centimeters, and someone 3.5 centimeters. So it is the most lowest value for the size of the apple. So what happened with this tree? So let's go back to the description to see how about this. So tree number 3, this description says young well colored tree. It is it is a bit damaged due to a plague. So what happened? A place are affected to this tree, and maybe this is affected by the apples the tree gave us. So let's look at Google image how it's look a plague tree. So we take plague tree, and oh well, you see that some strange pictures. So for example, we took this and see that there is some are marks of the tree, some holes of the tree that is affected by finally in the fruit we get from each tree. So as we know, this is a specific tree that is a problem. So we made some conclusions about that. The specific cause of variation is a specific object for each for the object we made for this experiment, and the common cause of variation, as we see in these samples, it's normal to the process. So we can fix this, but we can fix the tree, the variation of each tree, of the specific tree. We copy this, assuming that we are fixing the tree, and replace that and see what happens. So as we change the data of the tree number 3, we need to recalculate everything again. So these formulas are linked together, so we don't need to look for each sheet. We are going to the sheet bit 06 and see what happens. As we see, the value of the mean of the tree number 3 that is going here is up and up, and there is the X bar chart is going stable as well. So remember the conclusion about that. The common cause of variation is a natural variation from a process. This is inner from a process. This we can live with that, and the specific cause of variation is a unique variation from a specific object that we can fix them. So remember that these conclusions.